guys, Joel back with you for another video here on the Snap-on tool review. And today I got my buddy Ray. Ray and I used to work together at Chrysler, what is it, like five and a half, 6 years ago?
5 years ago now.
Yeah, so he has been watching my videos and I didn't know. And then a couple weeks ago he messaged me and he said, hey bud, love the channel. And if you want some extra content, hit me up and we will do a toolbox tour. So I was all over that shit. So more content for you guys, and he gets to have some exposure and you guys get to see what he has in his toolbox and how it's all set up, because I know you guys fucking love that shit. So what do you got?
Well, over here we've got a 72-inch Epiq.
Yep.
With hutch and the power bank.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah,
I love it. I love it. I do want to get a power bank. I mean, I would have loved to buy my box with a power bank, but it's not in the cards now.
Well, truthfully,
there may be add-ons though.
There is an add-on for the Epiq.
Yes.
You can get a separate power bank, as far as I know. So anyway, inside here we've got, you know,
oh, the old NiCad stuff.
the old NiCad stuff.
You use it a lot?
This is my go-to tool on a daily basis. There's not a day that goes by where I don't use this thing. I love this thing. It's a nice drill driver.
Yep.
It's not powerful enough to the point where you're going to snap things and break things, but it's powerful enough so that you can actually get stuff off.
Torque stuff off.
You can torque stuff off, and you can actually lock it up and use it as a manual driver.
Right, right.
That's amazing. Love it. This one, however, is garbage.
More NiCad.
More yeah. I started buying all this stuff before the lithiums came out. So unfortunately, you know, upgrading to lithium now is just.
Oh, so you don't have any of the 14.4? I
do not have any of the I have one 14.4, but it's NiCad.
Yes.
We'll get to that one later.
Yeah.
But anyway, this one is garbage. This thing can barely take off an 8mm bolt.
Yeah.
I do not recommend buying this one.
And you know what? Quite honestly, it was funny because you had bought that, and I remember that you bought that. And when I left Chrysler, I started talking to my Snap-on dealer, and I wanted a quarter inch impact.
Yep.
And but by that time, the 14.4 stuff came out, and it was actually a 7.2 lithium.
Yep.
So I bought it, and I fucking still love that thing. I use it every day. Every day. Love it.
We got 3/8 air impact. This is the older style MG. Let's see.
It's not the 325.
It's not the 325.
No, because they replaced it. They replaced that with the 325.
Yeah, this is
because they were having bypassing issues.
Yeah, and this one has the same one. If you hook it up to air, it bypasses, but still works, and still very, very good gun. Just takes a little bit. You've got the classic MG 725. This is one of the first impact tools that I bought.
Really?
When I was starting out in the trade in 2005.
Yep.
Never been rebuilt, and it still hits hard.
Still a great gun.
Yep. This is another one that I bought when I was first starting out in the trade. I've had it rebuilt once, and I use this on a daily basis. It's one of my favorite go-to tools. Great for underhood work, great for transmission work. I've dumped this thing in buckets of coolant, ATF, and it still keeps going. Still keeps going. And even on the original batteries.
Yeah, that's awesome. I had the lithium ion. I bought that first, and I upgraded to the 14 or to the 18 volt lithium. 3/8. Piece of shit.
Really?
After about 3 months, it loses all its power, and the 14.4 volt 3/8, the small one, that thing put that thing to shame.
Wow.
Yeah.
1/2-inch cordless drill. This is Will Fuck Ye. Will Fuck Ye. And you know, everyone gets down on it. However, I have put this thing through hell, and it's still going. And I use this thing quite a bit, especially when doing stupid modifications to Wranglers, which Wrangler owners seem to like to do for some reason. I don't know why. Angle drill, Blue Point. Some people get down on the air angle drill, but working at Chrysler, you tend to do a lot of broken exhaust manifold bolts, and this is the only way to get them out. Quarter drive air ratchet. This is the FAR 2500. Love this air ratchet. Absolutely love it. Same with its bigger brother, the FAR 7200.
Yep.
I actually got these on the buy one, get one deal.
Oh, can't lose on that one.
Yes, so I figured, why the hell not? This has been rebuilt once. This is the original guts. I will say though, you absolutely positively have to oil them and grease them.
Yep. Yep.
That was my mistake with the 7200, and I'll bet you if I had actually bought the grease gun and greased the head, I would have not needed to rebuild it.
Yeah.
Some CP shit for, you know, death wheel and air hammer, which I don't do a lot of front end work. I don't do a lot of ball joints, so this is good enough for what I use it for, which is mainly fan clutches.
Yep. And it's a long barrel, so
it's a long barrel.
It's got the jam.
It hits hard enough. Like, I'm not busting ball joints loose. That's not what I do most of the time. This is a fucking amazing tool. We're actually doing tire repairs.
Oh, for sure.
Carbide burr in the end of your straight-on drill, and just right into the tire. After you pull the nail out, of course. Don't do that when you haven't pulled the nail out.
Of course, you can drill through the nail with that carbide bit.
You can drill through the nail with the carbide bit. I don't recommend it though, although I have done it. Another air drill. This is the PDR 3A. Again, this is one of the first tools that I bought when I got into the trade. It's original. I've not needed it rebuilt, and still drills super strong.
Yep.
Die grinder, older model. This is the original PT 110 mini die grinder.
Yep.
Freshly back from service, and this is the only time that I've needed it to be rebuilt in 12 years.
That's awesome. I have the new version of that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
The guy who works next to me, he bought the new version of it, and I'm actually very, very tempted to.
It's a good one. That thing's strong.
Yeah. Battery chargers. The thermal imager, which I absolutely love the Predator Vision. This has actually gotten me out of a lot of intermittent misfire issues and, oddly enough, wiring issues.
Yeah, I bet.
This will find an overloaded circuit like that.
Yep.
UV light, generic.
Yep.
Milwaukee light. I've used this once, maybe twice. These are extremely handy for doing cylinder head work.
Oh yeah.
Lapping in valves. These provide a perfect stand to just set your cylinder head in, and you can start replacing your valves, replace your seals, knock your springs out, all that fun stuff. And they're cheap.
Where'd you pick those up from?
I got these from our local auto parts store, and SP Tools 88150. Any auto parts store can get these for you, and they're something like 25 bucks a shot.
Wow, not bad. Cool. I noticed that you have the big stainless top with the power laptop scan tool thing built into it.
Yes, that came with the box.
Yep.
And I absolutely love it.
Yep.
However, I did not need the. Once I bought the hutch, I no longer needed the barbecue lid, which it came with. But I still have it.
Yeah.
We got the LED clock.
Yep.
Which
My
is
newest
amazing.
favorite tool, especially in a hot shop.
Yep. Everyone needs a little fan time now and then,
There you go.
especially when you actually get to see how hot it is out there. So
Yeah,
fan time
exactly.
is now warranted.
Exactly, yeah. All right, so what else we got there, Ray?
Well,
Let's
moving on
start
into
with the top drawer.
So we'll start at the top and we'll work our way down.
Go with the sockets first.
You got metric on this side and SAE on this side.
Yep.
So got the snap-on chrome sockets
Yep.
all the way up to 27.
Yep.
I haven't bought the shallow impacts because, quite frankly, this is all I really needed for the impacts. We got the extra long 15 millimeter. This is actually for doing Detroit diesels, but this works really, really well for Chrysler product cylinder head bolts, which are also 15 mil
Oh, yeah.
and actually recessed quite deep into the cylinder head.
Cool.
So your standard deep 15 mil chrome, when you're doing a torque, it
Yep.
won't actually, your torque wrench won't clear the cam towers
Gotcha.
or the spark plug tube.
So instead of throwing a
Extension on
an
there.
extension on there and losing torque and stuff like that, you just
This gives you a more accurate reading. And as
Absolutely.
you can see from the inside here,
you use the fuck out of it.
oh yeah, oh
There you
yes. That's
Good to know. Good to know. I noticed you picked up the new socket rail or socket holders.
yes. I have picked up the new 3-bank
They're
socket
just a
rails.
monster. Holy
They
crap,
are
man.
just a monster. But when you have purchased the deep, semi-deep, and shallow sets,
Yeah.
you need them.
Yeah, for sure.
They do save a ton of room,
Yep.
and highly recommend it.
Yep.
Highly, highly recommend it.
Right away, what's your favorite ratchet?
Ooh.
Most used ratchet on a
Most
daily
used
basis.
ratchet on a daily basis. This guy,
All
right here,
There you go.
the FX80, classic
Flex head locking.
flex head locking 80 tooth
Yep.
ratchet.
Good to
This
know.
is my go-to ratchet. I cannot get through one day without using this ratchet.
Yep.
This one is nice. This is the 120 tooth.
Yep.
Super fine, ultra flexy head. But honestly, this ratchet here, I bought it with the intent on replacing this one,
Yep.
and I do use it, but it's just so pretty.
Yeah.
I don't want to get it dirty almost.
Yeah, I have the small 1/4 inch with no comfort grip on it, and I actually use it quite a bit, more than I thought I would. I got it in a set, but it's a nice ratchet, but they're pretty ratchets.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this would be a close second on a daily use one. I was never originally a fan of the bent handle,
Yeah.
but after using it and living with it for a couple of months, I find that the non-locking flex head with the bent handle really allows you to get into certain places that that just won't do.
Yeah.
So this would be number 2 for daily use. This is the ultra shallow or ultra skinny
Yep.
ratchet. I think I've used this one maybe 6 to 8 times
Yeah.
total.
People say though, like I don't own it, but people say that it just sits in your box and collects dust, but when you need it,
Yeah.
you're glad that you have it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Same with this.
Huh.
This is actually a snap-on tool. This is the spring-loaded extension, and it was an impulse buy, and I think I've used it twice just to say that I've used it.
What's the part number on that one?
The part number on this is FXKV4.
There you go.
Got quarter drives. This is the long handle quarter. Not as long as the one that you've got,
The TLLF.
which is, I think it's
72.
that long.
Yep. It's a foot long.
Yeah. But this was more than adequate.
I have that
and
one as well, actually.
I do use this. I use the shit out of this.
Yeah, I was using that one every day until I bought my THLLF 72.
This is my go-to quarter. I take this with me under dash everywhere.
Yep.
Everywhere. Locking flex head. TX72 ratchet. It's amazing. What else I've mentioned here? We've got, coming back here, in the very corner in the dark reaches of the box, we've got Stubby Torx.
Yep.
And I know, they're
Throw
Mac.
that shit away.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I actually like the, and I'm gonna say this is sacrilegious, but I like the Mac Torx sockets better than I like the snap-on ones. And the reason for that is the Mac Torx sockets don't cam out.
Oh yeah.
They don't. The snap-on ones, unfortunately, do. And that leads to strict bolts.
Yep.
That said, the super long snap-on set here of Torx sockets, for some reason these ones don't. These are the only snap-on set of Torx sockets that I have that don't cam out.
Interesting.
I don't know if it's a different cut on the tooth, but they don't cam out. This is another one that I picked up, T55 half-inch snap-on. This is originally for doing cylinder head bolts on the 2.4 liter World motor.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this torques up. You can actually see the bit twisting
Yeah.
as you're doing the final torque on the cylinder head bolts on them. So this is junk, and unfortunately this one doesn't do that. Again,
That's a Mac.
T55, and it's a Mac.
Interesting.
But the
Good to
reason
know.
for that, you can see the difference
Yep.
in the size of the shank.
For sure. Yeah. And it's longer.
And it's longer. Not that that makes a difference or anything.
Yeah. Size does not make a difference, people. It's how you use the tool.
Exactly. We've got the super shallow 3/8 drive metrics. Love these
Yeah.
for their intended purpose. These are the 3/8 drive bit sockets,
Yep.
12 mil Allen, and these are actually really handy for doing drain plugs, differentials, and transmissions and whatnot. These are the Blue Point bits in tamper-proof Torx. These work extremely well. Same with the quarter drive short Allen heads.
Cool.
What else have we got? We got the universal snap-ons right here from 10 to 17.
Yeah.
Spark plug socket, which actually I never really used this. I've really crossed over to using this one.
Oh yeah.
This one I find just works a lot better, and it doesn't break the plugs
Right.
like that one does. That one's the magnetic one. This one just has a standard rubber insert.
Yep.
The magnetic one breaks plugs.
Interesting.
and
I've never broken a plug.
I have broken 3.
I have the swivel spark plug socket from Snap-on, and it's great. I love it.
I've broken 3 plugs with that one, and one of those broken plugs caused me to have a very bad day.
I bet.
Yes. Big impact sockets for doing axle nuts. These are just Jippo brand Chinesium, up to 38 mil. This is a must-have tool. This is a 12.36 mil snap-on impact socket. As you can see, it's well used. This is for taking off cam gears on the Pentastar motor, but also it's the same size for using on axle nuts on Fiats and trucks.
Yep.
Very well used. This is a shorter profile, 36. This is a Assenmacher specialty tool, and this is for, again, cam gears, but much lower profile and 3/8 drive. We've got 3/4 drive stuff here, which barely gets used, but hey, it was a good deal, and at the very least it's good for a seal driver when you can't find the factory tool.
There you go.
Got the claw the Big Claw,
Grim Reaper.
the Grim Reaper scythe, fully adjustable. This is a snap-on one. It's the part number PBMP36A. This is my favorite pry bar.
Yeah.
I use this every chance I get, and it is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Otherwise, I don't have the new style design, but the older style strike through. This is 36.
Right.
Comes in handy every once in a while because we do actually do medium duty here, and occasionally I get jammed with something like that. Back to quarter drive. These are actually quarter drive impact swivels, and I've started using these quite a bit. These are Jippo brand. They're off of the Mack truck, the Expert brand.
Yep.
And these are actually quite reasonably priced.
Wow.
So, locking, half inch
to
to 3/8.
Yep.
Excellent for doing transmission work and undercar work. 1/4 inch locking, super long.
Oh yeah.
Also for doing undercar work. And we've got the locking 3/8 extension. Super handy. Oil filter claw, which everyone has one of these. And if you don't have one of these, you need to get one of these.
Absolutely. One of my most used tools in my toolbox lately.
Exactly. Oil changes, man.
Yeah.
Not a day goes by where you don't do an oil change.
That's right.
Ball end metric hex, along with straight metric hex.
Yep.
And oddly enough, this one here, metric 3mm, super long. I bought this for doing recalls on ProMasters where you have to get into a area of the steering column. Nobody else makes something this long that gets in there.
Yep.
That said, after I bought this tool and done one, you think another one's come in? Nope.
Never see it again, eh?
Never see it again.
Who makes that? Is that Snap-on?
This is Snappy.
Oh yeah.
Part number TAM3E. The light. This is my go-to light. It stays with me in my shirt pocket,
Yep.
and I use this all day, every day, and it's an amazing light. ECFPENS50.
What brand?
Snappy,
Oh, oh yeah.
of course.
Okay.
This right here, this is the chip on board light with the UV light detector.
Yep.
I bought
$20
that.
light.
Yeah, I bought this originally thinking that it would replace this. It has not.
No, the UV is not bright enough.
The UV is not bright enough to actually do something effective with AC work
Yeah.
or leak detection. And this, well, yeah, it's bright, but
It's not a spotlight.
It's
so
not a spotlight,
yeah.
and I'm more used to working with a spotlight. Also, it doesn't fit in a shirt pocket.
Yeah. But for $20, you can't really lose.
So we got quarter drive Wobble Plus extensions.
Yep.
Love these.
Yep.
Use these every day. I didn't see the need to buy the regular extensions when these
Not when you have the Wobble Plus, no.
When you have the Wobble Plus, these do the same thing.
Yep.
So, oil pressure sending unit socket. This is a must-have for doing oil pressure sending units on 3.6s. It's the only one that actually fits without having to remove the lower intake manifold, which saves a huge amount of time.
Yeah.
Got some SAE stuff, which gets used sometimes. Not a lot though. Some of it's Snap-on, where I've used it the most and broken my my Jippo brand stuff.
Yeah.
But the rest of it, just master crap.
Yep.
And impact sockets are really impact sockets.
I agree with you.
Yeah. Using the drawer and moving down to our wrenches. These are my most recent purchase. These are the Easy Red
Yep.
open-end wrenches, and I wasn't convinced at first,
Mm-hmm.
but my dealer actually let me borrow this for a week and see how I like it.
Yep.
And I got to say, I am absolutely sold on these. They are a walking flex head. Not the finest tooth. The tooth count is only 60 teeth.
Yep.
But these work amazing.
Yeah.
They do come in a set that goes all the way up to 19
17, 19, yeah.
from 8.
Hmm.
And I gotta say, these are amazing.
Cool.
And I do have the same one that you got.
Yep.
This is an amazing tool as well.
I haven't used it yet, but
I didn't
I'm sure
think
it's
that
going to come in handy.
I didn't think that I would, use it a whole lot as well, but I have found uses for this.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in a tight spot where you have to use a bit that's right in there,
Yep.
does not come out,
Super low profile.
super low profile, and it ratchets. That said, sometimes you need to improvise and you need to make your own special tools, which is where this comes in. This is for getting the timing chain guide out of a Pentastar for the left side cylinder head, which is a common failure. This is the only way you'll get it out without stripping the bolt.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So that's all welded in there.
No.
Should be it. No.
This is actually a brake. This is actually a brake service tool.
Yeah.
And with it being a brake service tool, this end is actually tapered. So when you pound the bit in,
Yeah.
it locks into it.
Ah, there you go.
And it will not come out. The only way you get this out is with a hammer and a punch.
Interesting. Good to know.
Snap-on wrenches, 7 to 32 mil.
Very nice.
I love this. I love it. I barely ever use the 32 mil, but when I have, it's great. We've got SAE on the other side. These are just generic 1 1/4 inch. Some Mastercraft,
Yep.
but I've got Snap-on up to,
Starting at 3/4.
going up to 3/4.
Yeah.
And stubbies. Some Jippo brand stuff still. I barely ever use these anymore.
Yep.
They have more taken. These have more taken over that role, which is the Blue Point ratcheting
Yeah.
wrenches. I'd love to upgrade to the Snap-on ones eventually.
Oh, the new
That's-
ones are just
oh, yeah.
gorgeous.
I got a chance.
Pricey.
Very
Gorgeous.
pricey. But I got a chance to demo one,
Yeah.
and man, it's amazing. These are also equally good. These are the Blue Point flex head ratcheting wrenches, reversible. These are great. Love them. I've got the Halfmoon wrenches, Snap-on as well. This is the old style tech wrench, 1/2 inch.
Yep.
A lot of people have complained about the cap coming off, and that's why Snap-on went to the new design. I've not had a problem with that.
No.
And quite frankly, I prefer this style of handle as opposed to the new, thicker, chunkier
Yeah.
style that they've got out now. But this has served me very, very well. Haven't had a problem with it, and I've used this relentlessly for 5 or so years. Another impulse buy tool that you'd never think that you're going to use, but this comes in a lot more handy than you might think. And what you do with this is a wrench extender.
Yep.
So you can hook it on
Yep.
to the end of your wrench to take it off or put things on.
Yep.
And if this isn't enough, you've got a 1/2 inch drive on the back.
Make
for
it even longer.
even more leverage for more bolt rounding off capability. We've got just a regular click type 3/8 torque wrench.
Yep.
The most recent purchase that I made. This is the new Snap-on ATEC with the steel body.
Yep.
and this is a beautiful torque wrench. I've had the opportunity to use this once, and my God,
Yeah.
what a tool. What a tool.
That's great.
So coming up to the back here, we've got our bit sets. We got the long, which is really good. I tend to keep the 1/4-inch adapter here, just in this, so that I can just grab this, take it out to whatever car I'm going to work on, and start taking apart whatever interior piece I need to get to. This is the ball detent bit extension. I've used this a couple of times, mostly for this,
Yeah.
and mostly for this as well. Then there's this. I bought this with the intent of replacing that, but haven't had the need to. These just, they don't feel right. I don't know what it is about them. I'm sure they're a fine quality tool, but this one is too long and too short at the same time. It just, it doesn't give me the warm fuzzy feeling that the Snap-on one does. Our crow's feet, metric. Terminal tools. This set is amazing. Absolutely love it. But unfortunately, they break.
Yeah.
But big deal.
Lifetime warranty.
That's why we paid the big bucks for said tools, so that they can be replaced. This is another recent purchase. It was in the last calendar, or the last flyer, and these are the ball end Torx. I have used these a couple of times since I bought them, and the ball end really makes a difference, and it actually does not strip it.
Yeah, getting in on an angle. That's what you need them for, guys.
Yep. We've got more Allen keys, 3/8 metric, some Jippo, some not, and the giant Allen keys. The giant ones. I think this set goes all the way up to, I think it's a 16 mil. Crazy. Yep. Coming down to this drawer here, we've got all of our pliers. So we've got a decent assortment of Irwin brand, the Vice Grip channel locks. These are fully adjustable pliers right here. I actually love these pliers. They are one of the better ones that actually, I didn't even purchase. I won these.
Nice. The Nipex knockoff.
Yep, the Nipex knockoffs right here.
Yeah.
But that said, very good pliers. This is my go-to wire stripping tool.
Yep.
Works like a hot damn. And what do we got? Snap-on side cutters. We've got the combination cutters and pliers. These I've actually used a lot more than I thought I was going to. This is great. Crimps.
Yep.
Everyone needs crimps. And of course, needle nose and the...
Those are my favorite needle nose.
I would have to say that mine is a toss-up between this and
the
this.
longer ones, yeah.
The longer ones, the
Yeah.
Talon grips. Absolutely love them. Fortunately, this drawer isn't as deep as I'd like it to be. Otherwise, I would stand them all up like you got on your toolbox.
Yeah. Well, that's what you get when you get the newer ones with the three long drawers on them.
Brake spring tool, which oddly enough I do still use.
Yep.
We still have a lot of cars with drum brakes coming in. These are okay, not the greatest.
Yeah.
But I think I've used them once or twice. But when
It's just one of those things, like I said, guys. When you can't have enough pliers, and you know, you might think that you're never going to use that fucking plier, but when you need it, it's there and you have it, and you're fucking happy that you have it.
These things I use on a daily basis.
Yep.
For the hose grip pliers, and oddly enough, they don't destroy the hose.
Yep.
If you use them properly, you will not destroy the hose. These ones I use, and these seem to fit better and feel better than the Mac ones. The Mac ones, they promote them all the time with the buy the whole set and get a bag sort of deal.
Yep.
But the Blue Point ones are the way to go.
Yep.
What do we got? We got spring clamp pliers, which are okay. They do the job. This one is the cat's ass.
I had that one. Maybe you found working in the heavier duty side of things. Not heavy duty. We're talking about Rams and stuff, but in the Hyundai world or Honda world, just don't use them. The clamps aren't big enough. So where these you got like fully closed, you still got at least quarter of an inch to half an inch there. Just doesn't open them up all the way.
I agree. This this has its application.
Yeah.
And it's not always the perfect application every time.
Yeah.
So
I went with my Nipex hose clamp pliers and absolutely love them.
Yeah, I've got to find a set like you've got. I think that's my next purchase.
Yeah.
Because even these are good and they will close up a lot, but sometimes if you get a real tight one where it's bonded to the hose, this will slip right off and bite you.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Been there, done that.
Yep. Spark plug boots pliers, which I do still use because we do still have the odd 318 come in that needs a cap and rotor.
They're still few and far between that you get them nowadays.
They are, but you know, CV clamp pliers. Everyone has a set of these, and if you don't, you need to get one. And these are for the new European style one-time use clamps.
Yep.
This will actually take them off and put them on without destroying the clamp. This is a AST tool. The part number is right there if you guys can see it.
There you go.
Moving across, this is just miscellaneous papers and receipts and a writing surface, which I have never ever used.
I don't use mine either.
Yep. Personality keys for my Modus, which that's not here, it's at home. Moving down, we've got smaller pry bars.
Yep.
These are the older style, the strike through handle. Bought these when I was an apprentice and absolutely love them. Still use them to this day. Haven't cracked a handle.
Yeah, I'm still not even sold on the new handles yet, to tell you the truth.
They're just way too big.
Yeah.
And I don't know, not a big fan. Not a big fan. I like the older style handle. You can grip it, and for people who are complaining that they're breaking their handles, I have wailed on the back of these things more than anyone should, and I haven't cracked a handle. Snap ring pliers. This is the full set right here. I do a lot of transmission work, so these are an absolute must. Must have the full set of the snap ring pliers, and this is an amazing retaining ring plier. Amazing retaining ring plier. It does not twist, it does not bend.
Snap on.
Snappy, of course.
It's alright.
Anyway, it's in a set. Your Snap-on rep can find it for you. These are Jippo brand snap ring pliers, which good enough.
Yep.
And of course they came in a full set. But these are
the indexing pry bars.
More the indexing pry bars, and I absolutely love them. It's a toss-up between these and the lady slippers.
Yep.
Or the heel bars, as some people call them. The Snap-on PWZ pliers, of course.
Yep.
I only bought the small one, but I will be buying the bigger one because the amount of times that I have used this, it has been absolutely amazing.
Yep. They're lifesavers when you need them.
Yeah. And we've got lady slippers. I use these more as an alignment tool, although that one's not really aligned anymore. You can see.
Yeah, just a little bent.
A little bent, but, you know. Non-marring prying tools. These work-ish.
Yep.
These, however, work considerably better.
Yes.
These are plastic scrapers, and you can wail on them, hit things with them, and you won't hurt whatever you're hitting it with.
Yeah.
Very, very handy for aluminum or other soft interior panels.
Mm-hmm.
Moving across, we've got the screwdriver drawer, the old Mastercrafts. These are leftovers from my days as an apprentice.
Yep. I think all Canadian apprentices have had
All
Mastercraft.
Canadian apprentices have had Mastercraft, or do still have Mastercraft tools in their toolboxes.
Yep.
All mechanics should have that as a Canadian. But over the years,
Yep.
when you make more money and you do more jobs, you need better tools, so you upgrade.
I just bought that set.
This is an
It's
amazing,
an amazing
set. I absolutely love these. These are a must-have for working on, hell, even engines, because of all the little Christmas tree clips and wire ties that are present, and this gets in there and takes them off without breaking them most of the time.
Yep.
Most of the time. And again, you've got the full set.
Yep.
You've got the hose pick
tools.
set.
Yep.
Not all of them come in very handy. Some of them do, some of them don't. This one does not. I've not yet found an application for this where I've successfully gotten it off.
I think I've used mine once or twice.
This one, however, definitely buy this one.
Yeah.
This is one I use every day. And this one
Yeah.
I use every day. So definitely buy these two if you're just going to buy one or two. We've got the ultra long reach,
Yep.
Phillips head, and flatheads, cabinet screwdrivers.
I didn't think I was going to use those as much as I do,
But you do.
and I do. Yeah. all
You
the
find
time.
a use. You
Yep.
find a use. You've got picks,
Yep.
short and long, the full set.
I don't think you can beat the snap-on pick set.
No, you can't.
Just don't think you can.
No. We've got Torx screwdrivers from T8 up to T45. I very highly encourage anyone who wants to buy Torx screwdrivers to buy these. These work really, really well.
Yeah. The instinct handles are the way to go too.
They are. Some people don't like them.
I
don't
love
know.
them.
I
They
love
fit
'em.
well in the hand.
They fit well in the hand, and these are the soft grip. They're not the hard grip.
Yeah.
So even with oil on the hand, they still grip very, very well. And they clean up fairly easily. Although, eventually they just get stained, like these
Yeah.
ones here.
Yeah. But you use your tools, so fuck it, right?
Yep. You gotta use them. Otherwise, why have them? This is a little service set. This is more of an impulse buy than anything else.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've ever even actually used it. But it's here. Just in case. These are Krups, and these actually work very, very well for interior work and tight spots, specifically HVAC boxes, where you've
There you
got
go.
the very small Christmas tree clips
Yep.
holding wiring harnesses in. And oddly enough, these don't actually hurt the plastic.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very high quality. They don't bend either.
Let me get this thing to fucking focus. There we go. Cool little set.
Yeah.
I like it.
We got scrapers, generic OTC, the Stinger brand. I was contemplating buying the Snap-on set, but $100 for 3 scrapers.
Yeah.
Yeah, No. That's just one. That's just a bridge too far for me. And we've got our impact driver set, just the basic set.
Don't use it all that much.
Yeah. Moving on down. We've got a junk drawer.
Nuts, bolts,
Nuts,
all that shit
bolts,
you need.
Other specialty tools. Homemade tap for cleaning out cylinder head bolts.
Nice.
And a grenade pin for tensioners. Coilover wrenches. Because you get the odd vehicle that's lowered and has coilovers in it, and they don't have the key, and they don't know where the hell their key is, and the advisor doesn't know what the hell it is to begin with, so there we go.
Okay. One of those drawers that everyone has in their box.
Everyone has that drawer in their box. What do we got in here? Taps, dies, and measuring equipment. This is a cylinder bore gauge. I do a lot of engine work, and unfortunately I need this, and I use this not every day, but
More for warranty?
more for warranty.
Yeah.
Is they want measurements of absolutely everything and pictures of absolutely everything.
Yeah.
And we've got tap handles, feeler gauges, and spark plug gapping set. Barely ever use it, but I have used it very, very recently.
Yep.
These are telescoping bore gauges, also handy.
Yep.
People argue the benefits of just getting it done versus doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm unfortunately the guy that by the time it comes to me, 4 or 5 just get it done guys have already had a go at it,
Yep.
and now they actually need it fixed. So what have we got in here? We've got the master fuel pressure gauge set.
Pretty much
With
everything
all
you need.
the adapters,
Yep.
and it has that lovely whiff
Yeah.
of 94.
Yeah.
This is amazing for doing diagnostic work for intermittent misfires or fuel pressure drops, any sort of loss of power situation. Chances are you've got a fuel pressure issue. I have found so much stuff with this, it's paid for itself many, many times over.
Yeah. Are you one of those guys that wants the doesn't want to look for a company supplied tool, so you just end up buying it yourself?
Chances are the company supplied tool is either missing, broken, or just straight up garbage.
Well, that's why we have fucking shit like this.
Yes.
Yeah. People just don't take care of it.
Why would they? It's not theirs, right?
Nope.
Tire pressure gauge, digital,
Yeah.
blue point. This is amazing, especially for modern TPMS systems where there's some Chrysler products especially have a 2 to 3 PSI window
Yes.
for where your TPM light is going to come on or off. Your tire pressure needs to be exact, and this will get you there.
Yeah.
Stethoscope, everyone needs one of these.
Yep.
Blow guns,
Pretty standard stuff.
the baton for worn out hood struts, or just opening up the hood more so that you can get an engine out.
Yep.
Comes in real handy for Christmas shopping too. And we've got,
How do you like the anti-vibe hammers?
I wasn't sold on them originally,
Yep.
but I did have snap-on hammers,
Yep.
the dead blow style. I found that these ones hit harder than the snap-on dead blow style ones, especially when you get up to the higher weight handles or the higher weight heads.
Yep.
The snap-on handle I found flexes way too much.
Right.
These just hit hard. They do vibrate, so the anti-vibe is
Non-existent.
pure marketing wank, pure wank. But they hit hard. And these were on a deal, so I picked them up. And this guy
Has been used.
has been used considerably. This is Thor, as I call him.
Yeah.
I actually made this while I was working at a ship engine facility. So this is pure bearing Babbitt material. And this is just a regular old steel handle. Heated it up, smashed it in there, and you can whale on whatever you want with this and you won't hurt it. Pickle fork,
Yep.
the rare time that I need it. But by the time you're reaching for this thing, whatever you're going to use it on is fucked.
Yep. Yeah. Those were more relevant back in the day when we had a lot of pitman arms and idler arms and all that shit. It's not really much common anymore. Not in the dealership level anyway. We don't see it all that much.
At the dealership level, I mainly see cars within the first 3 to 5 years of their life.
Yeah, of course.
After 5 years, to see a vehicle that's more than 5 years old in here for anything other than a recall is extremely rare.
Yeah.
This is very handy. Made this. Just a little tapometer. This is actually a ball bearing. And just for little tiny taps.
Yep.
It'll get you there.
Interesting.
Or, the inside is the perfect size
Yep.
as a cheater. That was a happy coincidence. You'll recognize this.
Honda.
Honda.
We're talking about the harmonic balancer, guys.
Yeah.
It's fucking
And,
crank bolts.
This is for getting exhaust hangers off.
Cool. Never even seen one before.
It's totally Jippo. This is a Harbor Freight Princess Auto Special,
Yeah.
but oddly enough, it works surprisingly well.
Hmm.
And it was like $15.
There you go.
What else have we got in here? We got a valve spring compressor for GM V8s.
Yep.
Also works on Chrysler products, but you know, not too well, but well enough that you can do it.
Yep.
This is what I wanted to show you guys.
Mm-hmm.
This is a cotter pin puller or seal puller.
Yep.
It actually works very, very well. This is one of the first purchases that I made, and it works exceedingly well. One more thing in here. This is a camshaft, cam gear alignment tool.
Hmm.
So this is for turning your cam sprocket or holding it while you move the belt on. So if you need to adjust where your cam gear is
Yep.
while you're wanting to slip a belt on, this will
Yep.
do that.
Yep.
And coming in here, we've got our electrical drawer. We've got Power Probe. It's Power Probe 2. Oh, sorry, it's Power Probe 3. I misspoke.
Okay.
Yeah. You have the new this new Snap-on one,
I
right?
have the multi-probe, yep.
You got Snap-on multimeter.
Yep.
Need that.
Auto ranging.
Auto ranging. I do have an amp clamp for it, which is separate. But for other high amp stuff, you've got just a Jippo brand clamp on,
Yep.
Mark of the Beast,
Mm-hmm.
ammeter. Battery tester,
Yep.
which this is amazing. This will detect a lot of dead batteries that are even walking wounded.
Yep.
The vehicle will come in.
It's a moneymaker.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I got rid of mine because we didn't need it at Toyota because they wouldn't accept anything other than the GR8 machine.
Yep. For warranty purposes, Chrysler will not accept anything other than the
Yeah.
stupid Midtronics GR8
Yeah.
fiasco of a machine.
So I got rid of mine, and now I wish that I had gotten rid of it because now at Hyundai we still use that GR8 machine, but it's fucking a piece of shit to
Yep.
lag around the shop.
wants to charge all the batteries for like 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
And they only
There's
pay
no
you to
quick tests.
And they only pay you to hook it up.
Yeah.
These are terminal cleaning tools.
Mm-hmm.
So they are actually a carbide tool. And you can fit it in there. Work really, really well for the bullet style terminals.
Yep.
Code reader, just for
Generic code reader.
generic.
Yeah.
Just
Quick
for quickly,
codes, yeah.
quickly erase something. Hand torch.
Yep.
Miscellaneous clamps and terminal ends and stuff like that. This is an LED test light with
yeah,
adapters
full kit, yeah. Nice.
for it. Have I used it? Yes. Have I used it more than 2 or 3 times?
No.
No. These are the terminal crimping tools. I do a lot of wiring repair. The shop does have a set,
Yeah.
but I use them so often, I
Just
need my own.
Yeah, of course.
And these have all the adapters for doing all types of terminals. The Lear style,
Yep.
the Yazaki style, Delphi, all of it. We have the Snap-on LED test light, non-coiled cord. We got more just miscellaneous stuff. Thermometer,
Yep.
just for doing AC tests where the predator vision won't catch it.
Uh-huh.
I think that's it for that. Something worth noting. Coming down here, we've got air hammer bits. These are the brass punches.
Mm-hmm.
I love these punches. I absolutely love these punches. They don't hurt whatever you're trying to hit. And especially for driving out small stuff, like again in transmissions,
Mm-hmm.
these will get you there.
Yep.
A main large extractor set. 48 piece. 2 of the extractor sets, I got these obviously before that
Yep.
one came on sale. So these have been retired to loaner duty.
Yep.
These are not snappy drills, but these are a very high quality, high carbon steel drill bit.
Mm-hmm.
And these will get you through almost any metal you need to drill. Got these from Thomas Skinner. It's our local machine tool place, and they're just a nice, high quality carbon steel bit. You can sharpen them. If you know how to sharpen your drill bits, these will get you through almost anything you need to do.
Cool.
It's a bearing packer, which we never ever use anymore.
No, you don't see very many of that.
Alignment punches, these are for a specific recall on the 25 and 3500s where you have to put in a brace for the steering box.
Okay.
So those are very specific. Other drill bits, again, get these in the kit for doing the recall,
Okay.
for adding that brace. Miscellaneous cookies and depth wheels. We got sealers, carbide cutters.
Yep.
Scotch-Brite pads, tin snips. They do come in handy periodically, although I've barely ever used them. Files, and these I've had to make. These I use for cleaning out injector bores. This fits in the end of your die grinder,
Yep.
and you can fit whatever brush you want on the inside of this,
Cool.
and it'll fit down the bore of a Cummins. And you just give it a nice quick hone. The injector slides in nice, cup goes in nice. Or if you need to put a burr on the end of something,
Yep.
there we go.
Interesting. Get to the point where we need a bigger box, eh?
Yeah, we're
You're like, well,
almost there.
I just can't spend the money.
Yeah. Coming down here. Got some tape.
Yep.
Everyone needs tape. We've got our Mighty Vac. Well used.
Yep.
Comes in handy. Very, very handy actually. We've got our compression gauge.
Yep.
This is a must-have tool.
Absolutely.
For anyone doing diagnostic work.
Yeah. Never trust someone else's compression gauge or the shop compression gauge. Get your own. Get your own.
Same with your leak down tester.
Yeah.
That's a must-have, especially for doing diagnostic work. All the assorted adapters and a vacuum gauge. These three tools will tell you everything you need to know about the health of your engine.
Yes.
Miscellaneous wrench racks.
Yeah.
These are great actually. Fairly cheap, inexpensive, and you can cut them to whatever length you want.
Mm-hmm.
Got the stick-on back. I like them. Got my old quarter drive here, which this will either be coming home or it'll go up on Craigslist.
Yep.
Not really sure yet. Hole saws. Guess how many times I've used this?
Probably once.
Never.
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 Bought them, but never used them.
I bought them.
I was looking for one that was used in there, but
Yeah. I bought it because I did 3 trailer hitch installs.
yeah.
And to route the wiring harness, you need to cut a hole in the body. I've been borrowing someone in the body shop's hole saw, and I said, screw it, I'm not doing that anymore. So I bought that, and I've never had to do a trailer hitch since.
Funny.
Underneath here, this is the Lyle fan clutch remover tool for all of the adapters. So you get up to, I think, a 47 mil wrench for all your fan clutches.
Yep.
But you also get this guy.
Very cool.
This has got a 1/2-inch drive on it, and this is actually for removing harmonic balancers.
Yep.
I've used this. It does work. I was very skeptical about it, but can't argue with results. Dipstick, checking transmission fluid. This is actually a Chrysler special tool. I bought my own because, again, the shop tool always goes missing.
Mm-hmm.
Or someone else has decided that they need it more than I do. We have some puller attachments here. This is a steering wheel puller. So this is the standard bolt grip puller set. Why they give you all SAE bolts these days?
I've never found that either.
I've never found any of these useful.
No.
It's always the metric ones, and the selection that they give you with the metric ones is
shit.
Is pathetic. So, this is the brake caliper set. Not our preferred brand, but this will do both left and right hand thread rear calipers. Nice.
Yeah.
We've got this is for axle nuts. So these are the large thread chasers right here. It doesn't get used very often, but when it does get used, oh man, it's a lifesaver. We've got our harmonic balancer puller, which this gets used quite a bit.
Yeah.
Everyone needs this kit. It's not just for GM, it's for everything. This kit, however, as you can see how well used it is, it's still in the package. This is for doing the decoupler pulleys for alternators. For a while you could actually get just the pulley, which is a common fail point on the 2.4 liter and the Compass, Patriot, Caliber, and Sebring. With the 2.4 liter engine, it's a common failure for the decoupler to go. There's nothing actually wrong with the alternator, it's the pulley that's gone. And for a while you could actually get just the pulley. Now unfortunately you can't, and I
Now
had
you're
done.
just changing alternators.
Now we're just changing alternators.
Yeah.
But this is the kit that will actually get that pulley off and put it back on without fucking up the alternator.
Yep.
I did 4 or 5 of them without this kit. It's a pain in the ass. Until someone else in the shop bought this kit, and I decided this is a great idea. I need to buy this kit. You think I've done one since?
No.
Nope. And the last drawer here, the bulky stuff.
Yep.
We've got the bore scope, which I absolutely love this tool. It's not the wireless one. It's it doesn't have the handheld detachable thing, but this is extremely good for what I use it for. I've got the Power Pro open and short kit, which I bought to find a intermittent short on a friend of mine's Nissan 300ZX. I used it for that, and haven't used it since.
Isn't it always the way it works?
Yep. We've got a set of air conditioning gauges.
Yep.
These actually work very well just to do a quick check on something.
Yep.
Especially with the R1234YF.
Yep.
Because the machine that we have wants to take you through 17 different procedures and steps before it even takes a reading.
Yep.
This will hook on and tell you if you even have a charge in there or not, right off of the bat.
Yep.
Cooling system evacuator.
Yep. One of my favorite tools now.
Yep. Love it.
Such a lifesaver.
Creates a vacuum. It'll actually, if you use this prior to filling up an engine with coolant, you'll be able to tell whether you've got everything in your cooling system sealed up and buttoned up properly.
Yep.
This will actually save you from finding leaks even before you filled up an engine with coolant. Say you've left a hose off for a throttle body heater or something like that, this will save you from that.
Yep.
Plus, eliminates airlocks pretty well. Love it. What else have we got here? Cooling system pressure tester.
Yep.
A must-have tool.
I think every tech should have their own.
Every tech needs to have their own. Doesn't necessarily even have to be the snappy one.
No.
Just, you need to have your own. Power fister.
There you go.
Heat gun.
Yep.
Works well enough for what it is. This is for measuring the inside of drum brakes, for aiding in your setup of said drum brakes. Miscellaneous hose, because you always need some hose.
Yep.
Everyone needs hose.
Everyone needs hose.
Anti-rattle tape
Yep.
for fixing whatever dashboard rattles you get coming in. And, yeah. You get a lot of that. What do we got here? This is another timing belt service tool.
Cool.
This was a great idea at the time. This is to be used in conjunction with the fuel injection test kit,
Yep.
because you need the adapter to actually hook this up. So what you do, this works like any of the BG services.
Yep.
You can use Snap-on's own stuff, but the BG stuff works just fine. If you have a car or truck with a dead fuel pump out in the parking lot,
Yep.
and you've diagnosed it already as having no fuel pressure, this
Yep.
will get you going.
It'll get you into the shop.
It'll
anyway.
get you into the shop.
For sure.
It's seen limited use, but the use that it has seen has been very, very good. What else have we got? We got the master disconnect set. I've taken the pieces that I mostly use out of this, and they live in this drawer here,
Yeah.
right back there. Because quite frankly, these are the pieces that you use the most.
Yeah. Pulling out the big blow molded cases.
Pulling out
for
the big blow
one
molded
fucking
cases
thing
for
that you
one
use
thing.
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
No. These were great when we were allowed to rebuild the 3.8 liter engines in the Jeeps for oil consumption issues. We are not allowed to rebuild them anymore. We are only supposed to replace them under warranty.
Yep.
The piston ring compressor set. This is the full set with the pliers. And oh my god, this makes putting in pistons so easy.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
Very, very fine tooth action on here. And whatever cup and cone you need, it's all right here.
Yeah.
It'll go all the way up to 5 1/4 inch.
What's part number on that one?
This is actually an old kit on Blue Point. I got
I can see that.
I got this used.
Oh yeah.
Very gently used. It's
There you go.
RC 980, if it even exists anymore. This is actually a pretty good deal. Bought this. This is a digital dial indicator
Nice.
with the flexi locking stand here. The one that they gave us for doing differentials in the specialty tools is garbage. Even when you crank it down all the way, this still flops around like a hot dog down a hallway.
Yep.
This one is one of the few ones that actually tightens up. Don't know how it will do for longevity after 4 or 5 or 25 tightens, but we'll keep you posted on that. So far, the dial indicator has actually been very, very accurate.
Cool.
Good action, very smooth. It's not crusty or chunky or anything like that. And it does register up to 100 thousandths.
And it's a Mac.
And it's a Mac.
Everyone knows how I love Mac.
Everyone knows how you love Mac. And again, this one, the infrared thermometer with dual laser. I used to use this a lot,
Yep.
but since I got the Predator Vision, this has pretty much just been all but retired.
Yeah.
So, don't know what I'm going to do with this. I might sell it, might find a home for it at home. But as far as I'm concerned, the Snap-on Predator Vision has replaced all of this.
Yeah. Well worth the money.
Very much so. That's all we got. Oh, that's not all we got. That's not all we got. We got the cart. Just, you know, miscellaneous brake cleans, silicone, brake fluid.
Yep.
And inside of here we've got soldering iron, AC leak detector,
Yep.
miscellaneous power adapters, leads, puncture set for probe end. These actually are really, really interesting. These are for detecting misfires for coil on plug.
Oh wow.
So this you actually hook up to your Modus or Veris or whatever lab scope, ignition scope you've got. And you can actually secure these to the top of the coil pack, go for a drive, and you can actually view the ignition pattern from when you're driving. So you can see, if you know how to read an ignition pattern, whether you're running lean, you're running rich, whether something is shorting out, or you're even getting a spark at all.
Interesting. That's cool.
Very, very handy for OBD1 vehicles or early OBD2 vehicles that don't have a misfire monitor.
Right.
I've got the amp clamp, low amp current. This is the best soldering iron I have ever bought or used. This thing heats up super fast, very precision, feels good in the hand.
Cool.
Super nice.
Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the tour of Ray's Toolbox. It's a good one. It's It's long. We're gonna have to edit it down a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, no, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and you know, guys' favorite tools and all that kind of stuff. Leave comments in the description below or in the comment section below, and tell everybody or tell Ray that you guys liked his toolbox and stuff like that, and he can read through the comments and maybe comment back to you guys. Whatever. Got any questions for him? Leave them in there, and he'll answer you right back. Maybe.
I will.
There you go. Okay, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to comment, like, share, subscribe, and peace out, guys. We will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.
Do it for Dale.